course, my pleasure.
So one thing that I've been hearing a lot about is carbloading, and I will take any excuse to eat a giant plate of pasta right before the race, but what truth is there to carbloading?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Mary. So carb loading is, that term is thrown around frequently, but really you want your body to be optimized on race day. And for some people that means a lot of carbohydrates, and for others that means a lot of protein. So really that's something you should experiment with during your training runs in the month or months before the race, and really get fine-tuned well in advance. Yes, it's important to eat well before the race or the night before, but really make sure it's something that your body is used to and has used as fuel for prior training runs.
Got it. So a surprise pizza all to myself the night before is not going to cut it.
Probably not the best idea.
Fine. So
Save that for afterwards.
what about hydration? If I am going to be well hydrated throughout the race, should I be drinking a ton of water or sugary drinks? And then how do I know what's enough?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Hydration is super important for race day. It's super important all the time, as we saw last night with Tim McGraw passing out at a concert from dehydration. So being hydrated is really important in any type of performance activities. How to know if you're hydrated? I would say probably the most important thing to do is just check your urine color. So if you're peeing a lot and it's clear or close to clear, you're good to go. If you're really having dark urine, that tells us that you're not hydrated or ready. In terms of what to drink, some combination of electrolyte and sugary drinks is important. Gatorade is a good source, but also plenty of water is very important as well.
So I know that at the LA Marathon and other races, sometime in the middle of the race, they'll be handing out protein bars or energy gels and other snacks to, I guess, give people energy. Is it wise to take advantage of that?
Yeah. Again, I would fall back or rely on your pre-race training. So if you're going on long runs in the months before to get ready for the marathon, and you're using some of those snacks during your runs when you get to the 6 or 10 or 12 mile mark and you need some energy, then absolutely use those same strategies on race day.
Okay, cool. So I know it's important to warm up, but how do I know if I'm warming up too much and will lose energy in the middle of the race, or if I'm warming up enough?
Yeah, so warm-up is very athlete specific, whether it's dynamic stretching or static stretching, getting some runs in, using a bike, wearing a lot of clothes to get a sweat or break a sweat. Every athlete is a little bit different in terms of their practice patterns. But what I would say is that it's important to feel like you're warm and ready for the race. You don't want to be pulling muscles early in the race. You don't want to be feeling cold. And one strategy for doing that is really test those things out in your pre-marathon runs. What things give you the most energy early in your race, but also make you feel good at the end of your training runs, that you're not bonking or getting to the finish line and sore or stiff.
And how much time should I dedicate after the race to cooling down?
Yeah, cool down typically can be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the runner. But it's really important that you take the time to stretch afterwards, get the lactic acid out of the body, and feel like you're ready to go enjoy and celebrate finishing the marathon.
Is there a difference between the moves I would do before to warm up versus the moves that I would do to cool down?
Yeah, good question. I would say for most they're about the same. Cool down afterwards can be very similar to your warm-up. You want to make sure you get the lactic acid out, stretch a lot, make sure your muscles and tendons are feeling loose before you go celebrate and have that beer at the bar after the race.
So after I've cooled down, I've had my beer, what do I need to do for the rest of the day to make sure that I'm recovering okay? Like, do I nap? Do I watch Netflix? Do I work it off? What's the best thing to do?
I think really, again, it sounds like a broken record, but every athlete is a little bit different.
Okay.
I think if you're able to stretch a few times throughout the course of the day before you go to bed at night, that's really important. If you can, get a lot of hydration in after your celebratory beer, obviously, that would be helpful. So I would say, go ahead, enjoy yourself afterwards. Make sure you hydrate when you're done enjoying yourself. Stretch a lot. If you need some anti-inflammatories to feel better and get the rest that night, then so be it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, my pleasure.
And good luck to everybody
Good
that's
luck.
running the race this weekend.
Good luck at the marathon.